Chris, what is our first main topic today?
Our first topic comes from Amlin. Hey, everyone. Been a big fan since I discovered the channel during the Endgame review.
Oh, thank you, man.
I wanted to get your thoughts on Colin Trevorrow's comments about Jurassic World Dominion just being the kicking off point of a whole new series of Jurassic World movies. I thought this movie was advertised as the end of the franchise. What's there left to do in Jurassic Park that hasn't been done 4 times already? Wanted your thoughts. Thanks.
All right, thanks a lot for saying that. And, you know, this kind of came up the other day because one of the stars of the... Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
Bryce Dallas Howard came out and said, you know, we are laying the groundwork for a future set of characters and we're like, whoa, wait a minute. They're going to go with more of these movies? Didn't they advertise this thing as the conclusion to the Jurassic Park franchise? And you brought all the characters together and all that kind of stuff. Well, apparently Colin, the director, had nothing to do with that being in their advertising. This is really interesting. This comes to us from the folks over at the playlist who write the following. In a new interview with Trevorrow, the director went into detail about his approach to the Jurassic Park franchise and how he wanted Dominion to mark a transition for the series. I specifically did something different than the other films in order to change the DNA of the franchise. How can I allow them to tell stories in a world which dinosaurs exist, as opposed to, here's another reason why we're going to the island? So, in Trevorrow's thinking, taking the dinosaurs off island and integrating them into the larger world opens up a range of possibilities for future movies. This movie clearly takes a real interest in creating new characters that a new generation is going to latch onto. Trevorrow insisted to Empire that Dominion isn't the finale of the Jurassic films. I never knew that this was the ending of the franchise until I saw it in the marketing, Trevorrow said. Those guys are brilliant at what they do, but for me, I think it might have been clearer if they had said it's the end of an era as opposed to the end of it all. And that again comes to us from the folks at the playlist. So yeah, apparently when making this movie, Trevorrow was never told, we're going to market this as the end of the Jurassic World franchise. No, he knew that he was making this movie and trying to do it in such a way. How good or bad is up to the individual viewer to decide. But he was going to make this movie in such a way that it ends with a different kind of world, that new characters can come out in future Jurassic films. So now this is the second person from the Jurassic World franchise. The star and Bryce Dallas Howard, now the director saying, yeah, this is all just a setup for future movies. There are more movies coming.
Oh, it's a setup, all right.
Oh, it's a setup. Rob, you know, you've always said, just show us dinosaurs eating people.
That's right.
I mean...
Kids love dinosaurs eating people.
I got to admit, I am a little, I said this during the Bryce Dallas Howard story, like this is a little bit surprising to me because really the person who asked the question asked it right. Where is there to go? What can you do that you have not done in these movies before? And I guess was kind of Trevorrow's point, saying we want to create an entirely new context for which these stories can take place, I suppose. Taking dinosaurs into space or whatever, maybe. But I don't know. What do you think about his comments?
Well, I think I mean, clearly the movie made $1 billion. When a movie makes $1 billion, there's going to be a sequel.
Of course, yeah.
Joker, never going to be a sequel. Oh, wait.
Yeah, made $1 billion.
Made $1 billion.
And won an Oscar.
Look, the first thing that I would say is war. You know, they were always talking about, before Jurassic World got made, that there were scripts that were developed where dinosaurs are being used in combat.
And they alluded to that a little bit in a couple of the movies.
They did. And whether you can domesticate dinosaurs, you can fight wars with dinosaurs, you can have sporting events with dinosaurs, you can do all kinds of things with dinosaurs. I would, you know, this movie was called Dominion. I would jump 100 years in the future and show a world like I talked about on the show a couple weeks ago, Planet of the Apes style. What happens when human civilization falls? Because it's not just the dinosaurs, there's an ecosystem that's coming up around them that is inhospitable to mankind. And I think that would be cool. There's many possibilities. All of them involve dinosaurs eating people, and I'm there for it. As long as dinosaurs are going to continue to eat people en masse, I will watch these movies.
Dinosaurs versus ninjas.
You know what? Even although I think the ninjas would be riding dinosaurs, which would be cool.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
You know, they would be on dinosaur back with arrows and firing. I mean, let's do that. Bring back the Tokugawa shogunate, bring back ninjas, bring back dinosaurs, the whole feudal Japan era. I mean, Japan decides to cut themselves off from the rest of the world and turn they're going to go back.
Somewhere right now, Marty Scorsese is frantically writing down notes.
I'm telling you. You know what?
It's like
where is the Shogun
and
miniseries that we've been waiting for 10,000 years? They say it's done. That's what they're going to do. Dinosaurs in modern Japan with ninjas.
Boom.
Chris, you hear Trevorrow's comments. What's your takeaway from what stood out to you the most out of everything he said there?
I mean, we've talked about this before. Of course, they're going to keep making movies like this. Of course they are. People love seeing people get eaten by dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They're going to keep making them. I don't know why we kept pitching it as this is the end of all of this because it's
Because
just
they said it.
Yeah.
They
Well,
said
no,
it.
but even when it was happening, it was okay. Sure, it is.
Yeah.
It's the end with this cast. Much like how in Guardians, we're going to have the end of that group of Guardians, but they're still going to continue having Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I mean?
They'll probably just do a big time jump. So it's like, see, they couldn't be alive now.
They couldn't do it. Yeah, they're not around until they get to the third installment, and then we'll have some of those people come back just aged.
Because they're cloned, because they have the DNA, because they got it in sat.
1,000%. It writes itself.
Human dinosaur hybrids.
I want us to get to the point where this just becomes, a remake of Dinosaurs the sitcom, the movie, or, a really intense version of Velocipaster.
Oh, God.
Velocipaster.
Why have we not done a movie club on Velociraptor?
Why am I not allowed to watch that for a reaction video?
I just,
Right.
got, just got this vision of like scientist dinosaurs 65 million years from now, and they're cloning humans, and it's Human Park.
Welcome to Human Park. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Colin Trevorrow's like, yeah, when they started marketing in the trailers, the final chapters, that's news to me. He says there are more movies coming, and his mission was to set it up in such a way that they can tell different stories in the future. How do you feel about that? Listen, as much as everybody kind of whined about the new Jurassic World movie, it made $1 billion. How are you guys thinking about this? Jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, True Classic. This brand new sponsor has the absolute best fitting t-shirts that a man can buy. Finding the right t-shirt with a little bit of a dad bod is incredibly frustrating. Most t-shirts are either way too tight on your gut or look way too big and boxy. You're not in high school anymore, and it's time to upgrade. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men finally get a better fit at an affordable price. And the John Campea Show viewers and listeners get access to the best deal they offer. For a limited time only, get 25% off using the code CAMPEA at trueclassic.com. Look, you and I both know that almost all of men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six-packs. But let's be honest, that's not most of us. True Classic tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. It's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt that you can always confidently throw on. Like most of you guys, ever since college, I've always struggled to find proper fitting t-shirts that are comfortable. Well, True Classic, from the moment I put on the shirt they sent me, solves it. And True Classic doesn't just stop at tees. From polos and workout shirts with the same flattering fit. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with the promo code CAMPEA. Free shipping included on purchases over $100. 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day refund policy. Stay classy with True Classic. Your dad bod will thank you.